Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm going to show you my brand new laptop. It is the Microsoft Surface Book 2. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. Alright guys, so as you can see, I upgraded from the 2017 Microsoft Surface Pro to the Surface Book 2. So before we get into all the specs, I just wanted to say, you could check out some of my other videos on the Microsoft Surface Pro, which I've had for a year and a half roughly. I loved that computer, but I wanted something a little bit larger, so I got a 15-inch screen, and of course, more power is always nice, so this has a bit more power under the hood as well. So first thing, we'll dive into the specs of the Surface Book 2. So this is the 15-inch screen, and the processor in this one is the Intel Core i7-8650U. It only has 4 cores as opposed to the Dell XPS 9570, which does have 6 cores, so that's kind of a bummer, but it's still an 8th gen i7 processor with 16 gigabytes of RAM and a 500 gigabyte hard drive, solid state hard drive. So this also has a battery of up to 17 hours. When you attach the screen to the keyboard, the base, it actually can go up to 17 hours, where the Surface Pro was up to 13 hours. So I really loved the battery life on the Surface Pro. I would usually use it for close to a week just for work purposes and, off of one charge, and that would be awesome. So I'd imagine that with this one, I'm even going to get even longer, but pretty much if I just use it at my work, then I'm going to get about a week on a full charge. Another notable mention on the Surface Book 2 is the NVIDIA GeForce GT 1060 graphics card. So, it's not like the best on the market in a laptop, but it's better than not having a graphics card or using the Intel integrated graphics. So I should notice a bit of improvement when I'm editing inside of Adobe Premiere Pro on here. I can go ahead and utilize that CUDA for the graphics card whenever I'm exporting and trying to render out those files, and also when I'm playing after you've added some transitions and effects on the timeline in Adobe. That should be, I look forward to hopefully seeing an improvement in the performance there. Just worth mentioning, what I use this for is primarily going to be working day-to-day in IT, so I'm not really utilizing it very heavily at my job. I don't really need as much power as this thing packs, but in my personal life, it is nice to be able to have a nice workstation power that I can actually travel with inside of a little briefcase, so I can edit videos if I choose to outside of my home office, which I run on this 27-inch Dell screen back here. And I have a little computer back here with an i7 processor. It's a 6th gen i7, so it's also only 4 cores. So I expect this to operate a little bit better than my 6th gen i7 on my desktop, because I also don't have a graphics card on the desktop. I'm just running off of the Intel integrated graphics. So this should outperform my desktop, but it's not going to replace my desktop. I'm still going to be using that for my, my videos and stuff mostly, but this video here that you're watching is going to be the first video that I edit on the Surface Book 2. So keep your eyes peeled for the next video. It's probably going to be me editing footage inside of Adobe Premiere on the Surface Book 2 so that you can see it's going to be 4K footage off of the Sony a7 III, and we'll see how this thing can perform. So I'm not really going to go through like a real review yet on this, or it's been out for a while, so there's so many reviews on YouTube already. I don't really want to touch base on all the specs, but basically you can push this button here, and what it's going to do is it's going to electronically release the screen, and then it says it's ready to detach. You can pull the screen up and use it just as a tablet. For my personal use, I'm not big into just using a tablet. I'm super happy to have a bigger screen, because while the screen resolution and everything looks about the same as the Surface Pro, just more surface space is nice. When you're staring at it all day long, or, a really long day of work, it's really nice to have a bigger screen. So that was one of my biggest purposes from upgrading from the 2017 Surface Pro, because I love that computer, and it really, what I bought it for was for work. I wanted to be able to have the easiest, best solution to travel, have the fastest computer, and that was the deal. So now that I'm doing more video work and picture editing and stuff, I need more power. So having the better processor in here and having more RAM, that's nice. It's going to help me out a lot, and of course the added benefit of the bigger screen. I really do like the keys as well. It does feel similar to the type cover that came with the Surface, but it's still in the Surface line, so you can kind of tell it's related. It's not identical, but both of them are really nice. So I've been enjoying this. I've had it for a week now. I've used it all week long at work. It was a great week. I look forward to seeing what this thing will bring for me. So overall, I'm really excited to get editing on this thing. So I'm going to go ahead and get this video going so I can start editing on it. Let me know if you guys have any suggestions or any questions, or if you want to see me, editing pictures or video. Like I said, I do plan on releasing a editing video on Adobe Premiere on this computer really soon. But feel free to leave those down in the comments below, and make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. And as always, we'll see you guys in the next video.